Welcome to Dobby's Repairs. I'm Dobby the Fixing Elf. In this video I'll show you how to replace a faulty camshaft position sensor on a Ford C-Max with a 1.6 petrol engine. This car was throwing a P0344 code which only appeared when the engine got hot, causing jittering and a loss of power. I traced the issue to the camshaft position sensor, so grab your tools and let's get fixing. The first thing to do is locate the camshaft position sensor. So if you see where the power steering fluid is and just follow the rats in a straight line, you'll see it just there. It's a little blue sensor with the cable plugged into it. And that's where it's located. Yeah, the first thing we need to do to start the repair is remove the clip holding the cable in. As you can see where I've been checking the cable, it's out of the plastic sheathing. And then to remove the connector, we just need to squeeze in the metal tab and pull up and it'll pop off nice and easily. And yeah, now it's removed, we can start by removing the 10mm bolt that is holding it in. So just here is the 10mm bolt and we'll start loosening it off. I'm using a way too big ratchet here. We'll swap the smaller one later on. Yeah, this 3/8 is a bit too big for this little 10mm bolt. Sorry about the angle, it is a bit suspect, but it's best I could do. And yeah, we'll just run this out. And while this is running out, I'll just talk about some of the processes I went through to diagnose this. The first thing I did was plug in my scan tool and find out what the code was causing the mill light to be on, or the engine light. I discovered it was the P0344, which is an intermittent cam sensor fault. So I tested the sensor when the engine was hot and tested it when it was cold, and noticed there was a vast difference in the resistance I was getting. I also double checked all the wiring to make sure that it was all good and there was no damage in the wiring, but it was just down to the sensor failing when it was getting hot. The inside of the components were degrading. And now we've talked about that, the sensor is ready to come out. It just pops out relatively easily. The O-ring does make it a bit more difficult. And yeah, here's the old sensor, and I'm just getting the new sensor out now. As you can see, they all look identical, even the same part number, not that you can see it on the other one. It's covered in a bit of oil. There's a valve leak on this one that we will be fixing at some point in the future. And yeah, now to put it back in, all you have to do is get it back, line it back up with the hole and wiggle it back in. The new O-ring does make it a bit harder to get it back in, but just wiggle it down until it fits into the right place. And the trick is to get it at the right angle, just use the bolt hole to help line it up. So once you get it twisted in the right angle, we'll open up the bolt hole for you and you can start threading the bolt by hand. Again, this is a 10mm, so I always recommend starting all your bolts by hand so you don't round them off or snap them off, especially with these smaller size fasteners. And yeah, just run it down nice and simply. There we are. As you can see, starting it nice now. I'll just tighten it down, and I'll grab my 10mm ratchet and I'll tighten it down even more. So as you can see, I'm just using a little 10mm here just to speed things up. I've changed from the big one because there's not that much space, especially with that exhaust mount. There's still relatively warm underneath, and it was a really wet day when I filmed this video, so I was getting soaked at the same time as tightening this down, so it wasn't the most comfortable. I want to get it done as quickly as possible. I'll explain some of the bad camera angles. But yeah, now we've got it nice and tight and down. Just a few more turns just to make sure it's nice and secure. You don't want to over tighten these, but you don't want to leave them loose because it will pop out. That'll cause more problems. Yeah, now we need to put the connector back on. So we'll grab our lead back up, feed it through the little crevice. I will put it back in the casing later on, but as you can see the engine is quite wet from where the rains come. And yeah, we just simply need to push the connector back down and it'll pop on. Make sure it's nice on there, nice and tight. I wasn't too happy, so I'm going to remove it and just pop it back on again so it gets a nice firm connection. We don't want this connection being loose, so it will cause more problems. Just securing the engine wiring loom back down. So now it's time to take it for a test drive. I cleared the codes down and took it for a nice long test drive. Around 50 miles just to get the engine up to temperature, and we had no more engine codes come up, so the repair was successful. I should have filmed that really, but I didn't film that in this video, unfortunately. Oh, I should also mention before I go that this is the 1.6 litre duratec engine in this Ford C-Max. You can see the engine is running nice and smoothly in the video. And before I close out this video, I should just say there are a few other codes that can be caused by a faulty camshaft position sensor, as well as the one I showed you in this video. But it's very simple to replace, as you've seen. And a huge shout out to my Fixing Club members Macro and Rodney. Your support helps make videos like this possible. So thank you very much for your support. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps both the channel and me out. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I post 2 videos a week, so by subscribing, you'll never miss a thing. Got any questions or suggestions? Drop a comment down below, and I'll do my best to reply to everyone. Here at Dobby Repairs, we're all about helping you learn how to work on your vehicle safely and showing you don't need to spend a fortune on tools to get the job done. Want to support the channel further? Become a member, starting at just 99p. Members get perks like early access to videos and more exclusive content. Keep fixing, and I'll see you in the next one.